Yano.
Love the college rugby.
Williams again leads the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park, and guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there from here.
Love the college rugby league.
Hello and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest round of the SAS College Rugby League competition. I'm Corey Rosser, joined in commentary as always by Troy Hardy, and we are live today from Kelston Boys High School, a fairly gloomy Kelston Boys High School, but the rain holding off for the time being. Well, Troy, we've been calling College League for a number of years now, and this match is always one of the great rivalries.
Absolutely, looking forward to some great football here today. So welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear the double cheer on the match manager's air horn at the back as we wait for the home team to run out. St Paul's on screen for everybody at the moment, and here come the Kelston lads, and nice warm welcome for them in the background, Corey.
Yeah, and always a big crowd down here, isn't there? It's always one of the grounds that we really enjoy coming to. And I know last week from calling the game against Mags, certainly plenty of enthusiasm around the grounds. They'll be looking forward to this one, and really it shapes as probably a must-win for Kelston if they are to continue their chance to push on and qualify for that top two, remembering that the top two qualifies straight through to the grand final this year. So really, you have to have a brilliant regular season if you want to be part of that playoffs.
Yeah, so every game counts then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely, that's right. And I mean, if you look right now, it's really a logjam for that second spot. Looks like Southern Cross have probably got top spots on up. But in that race for the next one down, there's Westlake, St Paul's, Kelston and Mags as well. So really every game counts, particularly from here on in. So should be a really good game today. Looking forward to bringing you the call, and a big thank you to Hayden and Rollitt as well, associate sponsors, along with SAS Sporting Apparel.
And just as the officiating's happening out there in the middle of the park, Southern Cross, surprised to you being at the top of the ladder?
Not really. I think they've done well in the national tournaments previously, haven't tended to do quite so well in the Auckland competition, so I guess from that point of view it's probably a bit of a surprise. But look, I think we called a game out there last year. Certainly no shortage of talent there. Obviously Mangere, a strong rugby league area, and I know Rod Ratu was involved as well, so some good coaching there as well. So look, I think it's really good to see this year that there's sort of 5 or 6 competitive schools. In the past we might have seen sort of 3 separate themselves, but nice to see that there's plenty of competitive teams, and St Paul's right at the forefront of that. They always are. So we prepare for kickoff now. It looks like it's going to be Sione Moala to get us underway.
And big thanks to Dwayne Mann and his team for hosting us here today at Kelston Boys. Always good to catch up with the wire.
So into it we go. Kelston to have first use of the football. It's a bouncing one which is claimed, and then winding up and straight into it. To a raucous reception from the Kelston crowd. That's Xavier Payne. He was fantastic last week, Xavier Payne. Really laid a great platform for Kelston in an eventual losing effort. Sammy, now the dummy half, shuffles play on. They work up through the middle, but on hand to make the tackle is Shady Shepherd. He will captain this team. Good strong carry there from Josh Tippany. He was another one who was very strong last week. St Paul's applying a little bit of pressure to the neck there, just trying to slow things down. Ioka will get to the kick. Finds grass. The chase is good from Kelston, but it is scooped up, and St Paul's will bring it back now via the number 2 for them, William Toini. Defense chant sounds in the background. You may be picking some of that up on the audio as we see a good strong carry forward. Up over halfway now goes St Paul's, and a penalty to boot.
Indication was offside. Probably just outside the screen there in regards to the play in motion. Anyway, chewed off a few metres. St Paul's down into Kelston's 20.
This is Sione Vahu. Hands off then to Javier, who just bumps the ball forward. A really good first carry in this set. St. Paul's now looking to build something. Sikahili clears the ruck. Plays into the middle of the park where Shepherd, the captain, is taken down. They're 3 short of the line here, St. Paul's. Centre field they come. Moala, little double pump. A lovely crisp ball at the line. Brings in his fullback, Atinga. Sikahili shuffles to his right. Moala looks back inside. Moala! Sione Moala. Straight through the first try. 2.5 minutes gone and St. Paul's are on the board.
The SAS Sporting Apparel action replay. Good clearance from the dummy half. Big, strong, wide pass. Held up there, brought the little defender in. Gone, spread to the right edge. And tackled. Well, we went back a little bit far on the old action replay there, but watch this fast play the ball in slow motion. Stepped, dummied, split the line, showed good pace, and threw pretty much nice try between the sticks of the Hayden roll at Bolsters. 4 points, and wait for the kick to come.
Kick is good, flags are up, and St. Paul's lead 6-0. Sione Moala with all 6 points to start off. That was nice play that time, just sold them on the dummy and through he went. We've called this guy a couple of times over the years, and looks like he's added a bit of bulk this year as well. Certainly a player with plenty of speed and some fleet-footedness to go with it. So Kelston now work their way back to halfway to get us back underway. Kick rolls a long way before being fielded by Ezekiel Seal. Moala comes back and field and get that into you.
Crowd love it.
Marker it was who dished it out as St. Paul's now goes searching for a gap. Good strong carry that time, but Kelston get there in numbers. Quick play the ball though for St. Paul's. Sikahili clears the ruck to the other Sione, who then plays it out the back. Finds its way to Moala, I think it is. And then finally a kick gets away. It's Atinga that kicks it and fielded now by Ma'ave Safisi. We're in the 20, but playing in the fullback position. It's Nixon Leasalt, taking down 5 short of halfway. Good line speed from St. Paul's. To the left they come now via Leota.
Well, he's shown a bit of strength there to get him down.
Sammy to Xavier Payne. Straight through.
Great run.
Through the middle of the park now, Uhumaka. Dragged down by Atinga. They want to quick play the ball here. There's gaps on either side. And a penalty here. That's close to a professional foul.
Tap and run will take the kick.
You're keeping the pressure on here. I don't think you're going to win this game by taking twos. So Sammy it will be. Elijah Sammy to get us back on the way. Hands off to Leota, who's tackled right in front of the Hayden roll it uprights. Options left and right here for Kelston. Xavier Payne, look out. Payne goes close. Payne goes more than close. But held up is the call, or short in fact from Richardson. They swing it out the back now. It comes wide here for Kelston and they're in. Nixon Leasalt. But it's going to be called back, is it? Forward pass in the lead up.
We can't see that on the angle that we have, and just off screen, yeah, the referee has pulled it back.
Let's take a look here. It was a great carry, first of all, from Xavier Payne, and it took
3 defenders there.
Yep, and every bit of strength they had to deny him, and looked okay live. Of course, we are on a deceptive angle, as Troy mentioned, so let's take a look here to see if we can find out.
Back to the action.
So St. Paul's now working the ball forward after dodging that bullet just a few moments ago. Atinga jumps out of dummy half, a little half break here for the fullback who's got through the first line. Now it's a foot race, coming across in cover, but he's going to go all the way here. Levi Atinga, what a run that was. Burst them open from close range, and then from there, through the gap, and he was away. Brilliant stuff from St. Paul's, and just like that, Troy, potentially a 12-point turnaround.
As we see the SAS Action Sport replay, this has just basically gone end to end. We've just seen as we watch the break here from St. Paul's, nice little step. Looked like he was going to get nailed there, and the defence line split it, and then just started opening up. And it was a sprint race to the end. He managed to keep composure.
Yeah.
Foot race.
Tamale was going to catch him at one stage there, but gets dragged down, or almost gets dragged down, I should say, and Atinga runs it in to finish it.
And only moments ago, we were seeing Kelston going across the, the try line at the other end, and that's the great thing about College Rugby League. It is, exciting to watch, and you can't turn away for a minute because you'll miss it.
So Sione Moala now to attempt the conversion. His team ahead by 10 with just about 9 minutes gone here, and it has been a fast start for St. Paul's as they look to continue their crusade towards second position and that final qualifying spot through to the grand final.
And as we're waiting for the strike, ladies and gentlemen, live this weekend out at Walker Park, Troy and Corey will be calling the game with Point Chevalier Pirates up against the Northcote Tigers. So that's going to be a big clash, Corey.
So the kick is waved away, and you're right, plenty of history between those two teams. I guess a little bit less so this year now that Dylan Moses is back on the pirate ship. Spent last year with Northcote, but the clash of two of the real form teams in the competition. And I know Northcote will be keen to put together a complete performance. They've been a little up and down over the last few weeks, probably had a couple of sort of get-out-of-jail games, haven't they? So that'll be a big game. And as for the Pirates, well, I think this will be 7 wins in a row if they pick up a win here. So they're on fire and coming right at the right end of the year.
Just managed to jump into the top 4 too with last week's effort. So, yep, certainly lots of chopping and changing in the ladder and the seedings.
So back underway we go. And it is fielded by St. Paul's, who bring the ball straight back and break down the left-hand side. Foot race is on, a little bit of footwork. What about that? Seal still going and then gets hit into touch. Well, there was a lot going on there. Boy, oh boy, Seal. See if we can get a replay of that. That footwork was incredible.
Going back to the kickoff. And this is where it all started.
Breaks through the first one. Shows good pace here, but look at this. Bang. Little change of direction again. And then does well to jump out of it. And this was a miraculous covering tackle. That's the number 4. Nataja that
Dropped
has
him.
gone in and, no other way to describe it, dropped him into touch. Crucial tackle for Kelston. 11 minutes gone. And they dodge a bullet there. TK Williams it is who gets the set back underway. Uhumaka is the dummy half. They're missing Elam Payne today, who was just about their best player last week, Kelston. Scored 2 tries and was a tireless worker in the middle of the park. So that's a big loss for them. Uhumaka, though, has made a good start thus far in the 13 jersey. Leota gets rushed and is taken down just short of the halfway line. You can see the big Kelston badge on the field there. Misses out Payne this time. Goes wide to Tepany. Tepany drives the legs and chews off a few more. It's a good carry from Josh Tepany. They're 40 out now. Kelston hunting first points of their match. Already down 10 as Payne gets an offload away. Sammy on the end of it gets taken down. Uhumaka now fills in at dummy half. They swing it out the back. It's Ioka. Looks high, but it's uncontested and claimed easily by St. Paul's, who then bring the ball straight back. Well, Troy, they've had hardly any possession so far, Kelston, but do look good when they get going, in particular Xavier Payne rolling forward and Sammy out of dummy half as well.
Yeah, but the two bookends look good. I mean, they managed to complete that set fairly well, but St. Paul's electric every time they've touched the ball, either whether they're going against the grain or, you know, on it. They just seem to have time and motion. They've certainly split them apart a couple of times. No, there's only 10 points on the board. We're probably seeing, what, 3-4 tries so far?
Great carry first up. It's Tofilau. Sekahili comes back into the middle of the park where Shepherd is on hand. He's taken down about 42 out from the line. St. Paul's rolling through the middle of the park as we approach the first half of the first half. And it is all the Central Aucklanders so far. Sekahili jumps out. Spots a little half gap, still going. Cover coming across. I don't think they're going to get there in time, or are they?
He's going to call that high, is he?
Yeah, and fair enough as well. It was a brilliant covering tackle, but did creep up high. Ended up a ragdoll sort of tackle in the end, and now St. Paul's will get another 6 to work with. Sione Moala sizing up the options. He's going to take this one back, and
Kelston boys want to have good, strong line speed here. They want their defensive efforts to be resolute.
Sekahili, Moala. Shepherd goes close, held up the call. Couple of big bodies set out to the left. Also their chief playmaker. Moala shuffles it on. Looking for a gap down the left-hand side. They come out quickly, Kelston. But straight through. Broke one tackle and then away. And it is Jonah Polotukopa who goes over, scores St. Paul's third try, 14 minutes gone. And just the weight of possession there, I think, Troy, took its toll on Kelston.
It'll be interesting to see on the SAS Sporting replay. That first contact from the initial tackler going in looked like he really didn't put any arms around the attacking players. Just as we watch it come out along the line, nice little dummy to drop it on the inside, held it up, and then offloaded here. And that first one just got really a shoulder on, but didn't really grab the jersey, and he spun out of that and was too close to the line to be denied. 4 points. And if I'm not mistaken, in the background, that sounds like Mr. Whippy, Corey. I'll leave you here.
So Moala to attempt the conversion to make it 16. Almost going a point a minute right now, St. Paul's. And flags are up. So 16 points to 0. The Central Aucklanders, the perennial heavyweights of this competition, lead it.
They've just looked threatening every time they've had the ball, haven't they?
And much to do with this man as well, Sione Moala. See on the back there the Waterview Laundromat logo. As always, a big shout out to Devesh and the team at Waterview Laundromat. Supports a number of Auckland Rugby League clubs. Great to see him on the back of the St. Paul's jerseys there as well.
Yeah, he's a good man. He's passionate about the game, and he's involved with, you know, all different types of age groups.
Yeah. So St. Paul's drive it
Good
down
catch.
in good hands by the big number 8 in the end, Javier.
You guys offside there, they'll need to keep an eye on that. Boys need to get back behind the ref.
Yorker that time leading the charge. Gets good contact put on. As Boston Chef.
Oh, he's bubbled it. No, the
Penalty.
ref's going to penalty him. Looked for a strip, did he? Or shoulder?
So Moala to look for touch.
And gone.
Might be a while before we get that one back too.
Is it turned up? It might be running around out the back. Back of the courts there looking for that one.
It did go a long way over the buildings here at Kelston. So into it we go, and Shepherd. What a carry to start it. Quick play the ball as well. Sekahili comes back into the middle of the park. St. Paul's rolling down the field as it is. Moala, double pup, Moala! Just about through. Kelston get there just in time to deny him, and there's a bobble in there. So Kelston survive. A little knock on that time from Sione Moala, who looks dangerous every time he touches the ball. Troy,
everyone's looking dangerous out there, mate. They're just, everybody's working in concert. You know, they've got good communication. They know when they hit it. And there's been a couple of brilliant individual displays in regards to them just opening the line up and going, 80, 90 metres down the field. So Kelston will be looking to have some time on the ball now, build some pressure.
Safisi. Kelston on the move now. Brings in Natadra. Made that great covering tackle a few moments ago. Down the left-hand flank. Comes in looking for some work now. 19 gone, and Kelston get a penalty.
First real opportunity for them too, isn't it, Corey?
Yeah, possession's been hard to come by.
Throw the microphone at that one. That's directly in front of us. And big thank you to CTAS, our live stream partners. I would not throw your microphone in front of the football.
So Sammy.
Big human.
Trago Taraya. Sammy looks to his left. This is Xavier Payne. Gets rid of one, still driving the legs, and then gets driven to ground on a spear tackle style. And Richardson says that's a penalty. No choice here but to tap and go, Kelston. Look to keep this momentum going and try and strike before half-time. Tippany. Hit hard by Shepherd. Still going though is Tippany. Sammy the dummy half. He's got options left and right. We'll go back towards the centre of the park. Uhumaka.
Looks like they're going to go for a set play here. No, it's not blowing up.
Might have an injury here. So he's felt that one. There has McLean Uhumaka. He stayed down. Now, the referee has called time off, but there's no time off in College Rugby League. I confirmed that today with our match official, so it is always a little bit confusing. I think just out of habit, referees do tend to blow time off. So we've got our clock stopped there, but just bear in mind that may throw it out. The official rules are there is no time off in College Rugby League.
And I think, look, with injuries, regardless of what they are, they've got to do that and be mindful of it, so that's good.
So Sammy at dummy half. Swings it out the back. It's messy. Look out. St. Paul's are breathing down their neck. On hand to clean it up was Sebastian Hinch. Sammy looks to his left. Brings in the fullback, and then TK Williams breaks down the left. Sammy. Up out of the line quickly is St. Paul's. Yorker dribbles the kick in behind. It's taken a deflection, but it's cleaned up by St. Paul's. Wasn't a lot doing on that set. And a penalty at the end of it. So it just goes from bad to worse right now for Kelston. Getting beaten in almost every area of the game, and they are really struggling.
Kelston boys be looking to work hard here to keep them out, not leak any more points before the half is up. Oh, good contact there. You hear that across the park.
Slow play of the ball. He felt that contact. Goes out the back and they quickly go forward. Sikahili, the dummy half. Plays on his captain, Shepherd. Change of direction. Breaks one, then gets the pass away. Space now down the left-hand side. They're breaking tackles for fun right now. St. Paul's. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Yeah, both took a wee bit of a headshot there, I think. A little bit of a head knock. Both had headgear on, I believe.
I think he's been split open here. We're going to have time off again. And the Tadra it is, who appeared to have some claret above the eye.
So no malice in it, just awkward. And it was done at speed. There was no backing off at that point. Hit him at about 100 miles an hour. Yeah, first aid trainers on. So, couple of big weeks ahead for rugby league, Corey.
Yeah, looking forward to the Fox getting down to the business end. Pretty competitive top four this year. That Fox Championship looking good as well. Some interesting results on the weekend. I think the major one really from our point of view, probably Te Aratu getting up over Manurewa, a fairly big statement from them.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Kura getting up over Ellerslie was probably a big statement for a couple of people we work with. But that said, you know, all joshing aside, I think it was a big clash for both the Eagles teams, whether you're a Sea Eagle or an Ellerslie Eagle. It was definitely a it was definitely a big day in the office for those two teams because it was setting tone for the season. So interesting times across both competitions as, you know, we start rolling out the business end.
I was just marvelling at the new breed of eagle, the Ellerslie Eagle.
Sea Eagle.
Kelston now working it forward. They're 40 out off their own line. Not long to go in the first half here. It has been all St. Paul's in the first spell. Xavier Payne puts it down, and now St. Paul's might get one last chance before the break. Toffee Lyle taken down. Sikahili is the dummy half. Looking back towards centre field. That's the way he will go, and then brings in...
Oh, ho, ho.
Wow.
Welcome to Kelston.
Fruin. No bumping off this time. Sikahili. Moala. Goes backdoor. Atinga. Already got one try today. Siren goes on the background. Last play of the half. St. Paul's down the right. Ball comes loose. That'll finish it for the first half. It is St. Paul's College 16. Kelston Boys High School 0. First half here in the SAS College Rugby League. A very short break for us before we resume with the second half action.